Hi, Tanya.
Hi Nick, how are you?
I'm great. What's happening today?
Just, it's sunny. I'm on the balcony and I get to talk to you.
Yeah, I love that you're on the balcony. I love that we're talking together, but the fact that you're outside, because
It's
we
so, it's the relief that you need.
because we've been inside your residence twice now.
Yes, and you're coming in again.
Yeah, but I love that we've got an outside moment.
Yes, I thought I'd best give you a different scene.
Uh-huh.
See all the garden. Lovely, lovely.
Aw.
Beautiful.
Have you done this yourself?
It's just on the balcony. It's literally pot plants.
Do you love chili?
No, I don't have a chili plant.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said they're all chili plants.
Oh God, no. Pot plants.
Well, look, we don't know what each other is saying, but we do know about the summit that's coming up.
We sure do. I'll be there.
Yeah, Virtual Pilates Summit, third and final installment.
Number three.
Um, Tanya Cates, PhD, has kind of, I don't want to say snowballed your way into this one, but
I
it,
feel like I was led. I feel like I got led on a path.
oh yeah,
I'm not sorry to go there.
no,
So,
definitely. No collars and leads were involved though. It was, but what I think what I meant was that the first topic that we decide that you beautifully presented, then kind of had a bit of an evolution based on what people were asking for and discussing, and then within that VPS2 workshop came this concept of fear, and when people have fear, and as an instructor really what to do and how to harness it for good.
yeah.
That's what I meant by the snowball.
Oh no, totally. And it's a positive thing that I was led that direction because it encouraged me to explore it further. So yeah, I'm happy with that.
So, what have you called this workshop?
This one was, oh my God, can't remember anymore.
For the fear slash fun
Oh,
of it.
yeah, the fun of it. Yeah, because that's terrible. Should we cut that and do that again?
Can't be bothered.
Go on, Nick. Hang in there.
Mm.
No, it was for the fear or the fun of it.
Yeah.
Um, and it's kind of denoting to the idea that to get to the fun of it, sometimes the fear is the most satisfying, overcoming it is the most satisfying part, which leads to it will be fun in the end. And I
Mm.
had a discussion with Les Mills International, their fitness head there today, about how you get people that are not quite ready to start being active to get started. It has to be fun, right? So it's a little bit about how do we, is that very noisy in the background?
It's okay.
I can move inside.
Reminds us in Melbourne that there's life outside of our postcode.
Only on my balcony though. um, I just wanted to allude to the idea that to get people past their fear, and I'm certainly not an expert on fear exactly, but it's a part of my remit, I guess. You need to make it fun for them to at least try it in
Mm.
a way that makes their nervous system calm enough. So I wanted to explore that. And it's not an easy balance, but
Yeah. Kind of interesting, sorry to diverge off the point of this little interview and talking about the VPS, but interesting from the perspective of group fitness and Les Mills International, because for those people watching this who aren't familiar with Les Mills, Tanya is and has been a qualified teacher for a long time,
yeah.
but my partner is also a Kiwi and proud Les Mills doer. And it's that element of the group and the fun that gets, 40, 50 people into a step class or a such and such. And, I think a lot of Pilates teachers have, um, myself included over the years, been, oh no, well, we must be in a group of three and it must be this way. And then you realize is that someone comes in and they're just a normal person who wants to, move around and have some fun. And it's not the greatest characteristic of the Pilates method, fun.
You know how, like last time we spoke, you were saying how noisy I could be in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I'll own that, because I think I've always said, if I'm not having fun, why do it?
Right.
And for me, in the studio, why shouldn't Pilates be fun? Because it's discovery. I get that there's a serious side to it, because often there's a rehabilitative side or an injury side that we need to consider. But you also have that in the Les Mills class. Name a class that you've ever done where there's not at least one person with an injury. So
Mm-hmm.
I had grown up with the group exercise arena. So I guess to me, I don't think they have to be not fun. So, yeah,
So what does, oh, sorry, what did you say?
I said maybe I just saw it differently.
Well, maybe you saw it correctly. What does fun, or I mean, I guess we all think of fun in different ways. For some people, fun is, what would you say?
I mean, it's so individual, and that's what we as instructors, I feel like, have to take the time. And it's partly what I talked about last time, is that reading the play, dealing with a client-centered approach.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, some days you don't want to be fun. You got to read the play, and sometimes I zip it, and I don't encourage the music on and all of that, because you can feel that the person's nervous system can't cope with it.
Yeah.
And that's when you get to a point of you step back from your own idea of where the session's going.
Mm-hmm.
You have a plan, a loose plan. And I think for me personally, fun is when I achieve something I didn't realize that I could, be it accidentally or on purpose.
But that's great. That's to be honest, where I was going to lead this is because in the workshop description, you talk about how in the past you've been able to get people from, I'll probably quote this incorrectly, but let's just say like pelvic curl to candlestick in 3 easy sessions, or, you know, that type of thing. And how for some people, a sense of accomplishment and pride in that accomplishment makes the experience really fun and engaging.
Yeah, and it gives them that satisfaction, that sense of satisfaction as I've gone on this little journey, I've got there. I certainly would hate for that to be misconstrued in that I want to throw people through the work really fast. I certainly don't. I think it's super, part of what we find out in the workshop is that those building blocks towards it, you've got to make those fun as well along the way. So people don't realize that's where they're heading. And it's like, you know, I don't start a session ever saying you're going to do the candlestick by the end of this. They might not. I don't want to set them up for that kind of fail. So
Right.
it's about stepping it through the building blocks and going, ta-da, look what we're doing. And not even like standing them on the Cadillac with that, or trap table, however you refer to it, hands on the bars, and there's steps onto the trapeze, and then like I break it down. It's really slow, and that's my way. You know, that's from a teaching movement to children, to whatever perspective. But, you know, there's going to be 1,000 different ways to get someone there. I just really would hate for that to be the sense that I think I could just throw people up into these things.
Yeah.
Certainly still with the grounded achievement along the way of the smaller parts. And that's what gives someone the confidence to try it and trust you to try it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's from my experience as someone with extensive dance training, and then training in you know, playing the violin, piano, and voice. All of my physical education has had a lot of rules around it.
Right.
And I have been engaged in the activity itself, be it violin, ballet, contemporary dance, whatever, running, to be interested enough to persevere.
Yes.
And wouldn't have ever described any of them except performing on stage as fun.
Yeah. So different for everyone.
Yeah, but other people think that that very structured work is very fun.
Absolutely.
And other people, like, structure is horrendous, and they feel suffocated, and they want lots of flow and change, and that's fun. So
look, it's really playing to the person on the day, what their goals, they've said their goals are. I can't tell a person what's fun for them, but I can read the play if it doesn't look like they're having any fun.
Yeah.
And I had a client on the phone before, and she came to me and she had 4 trainers prior. This is more exercise based, and she'll be fine with me telling this story. She rang me in tears when she first came to me because she knew I worked in engagement. She said, I've had 4 trainers. Not one of them listened to me when I said what I do and don't enjoy doing, what feels comfortable, what doesn't feel comfortable. And I'm not the only trainer to listen, but I knew we could do with a whole lot more of it, because as soon as she felt heard, she was off and racing. Like the rest then becomes fun because we can explore what she does like to do. And that's that interviewing that I talked about last time,
Yeah.
constant interviewing. Yeah.
And I guess that leads into the kind of nervous system part of it.
Yes.
Having someone who is listened to and not to reduce what was said in the workshops, but calm, kind of steady state,
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
someone who is in.
So, yeah. Which I think there's a lot of that right now. We do have to be mindful with our clients
Yeah.
at the moment because there's that subliminal underlying continuous not knowing causing stress in bodies that people are sleeping forever and feeling completely not refreshed when they wake up in the morning because their nervous system is bubbling along all night. So we do have to be careful tipping people upside down, putting them into extreme moves over Zoom. It can be done, absolutely, but assess where their body's at because their nervous system isn't going to be what it would normally be.
And I guess working with, for those of us who weren't accustomed to working remotely or through Zoom or another medium, we've been on a journey as teachers, how to pace ourselves, how to engage with people, which repertoire to pick, or if you've been working with a client who for the last 7 months has only had a mat, a pot plant and a cat, what do you do?
So,
But for a lot of us, I think the world has now opened up to doing workshops with teachers overseas or private lessons with teachers overseas
I
or
do this with you.
right. And I think this is going to be a part of our world for quite some time, if not permanently.
Yeah.
So really considering, as you mentioned a moment ago, when someone races out of a work meeting, they've changed their clothes, they've put their hair back and it's 5:30 and they're ready for their private session or their class, how do you read them over Zoom is another skill that I'm keen to refine.
Developing. I remember I was teaching to a group recently and they said, oh, it's not going to be a big group, so it'll be not too bad. That might be about 20 though. And like I used to teach at the uni we taught like this for quite a while and we had 1,500 people on Zoom at once. So I went, 20, that to me, that was like a breath of fresh air, but that's only the experience. I get it. When everyone had to flip to this really quickly, it's a skill. It's a completely different skill. And you forget to drink water between sessions because you're talking a lot more than you would ordinarily and you're competing with sound that you probably wouldn't normally have, there is stress. You're thinking, is it going to work? Is it not going to work? But I quite enjoy it. I like enjoys the loose. That's a bit much probably. I prefer to be face on, but I now see things that I wouldn't have seen before. So yeah, maybe that's just taking the positives in it. But it is the nervous system fatigue is real. I'm seeing that in my clients quite a lot.
Yeah.
Fatigue in general.
Absolutely. I see it in the comments that are being made on the Pilates Teacher Network from other instructors about connection and fatigue. And I guess the part of the workshop for the fun, for the fear crossed out fun of it is what we haven't discussed is the nervous system of the instructor.
Yes.
That projection and absorption of their fear and our fun and vice versa.
Yes. I mean, I've started doing really weird things just to make that clear delineation for my own nervous system. I cut out coffee for one. Like, just, I know what. But also at
I
the
mean,
end,
the fact that you substituted with Campari, questionable.
yeah, like it all works out, only for
Yeah.
some. It only feels right if the sun is out, right? But yeah, I started at the end of a session giving a clear, okay, so I'll see you next time. I give you back all of your energy now.
Right.
And saying it, like I just started doing it automatically so that they're aware that, okay, that's your energy back, I'll keep mine. And it was done in it's a very loving thing to do. I don't want to take theirs with me either. So
No.
yeah, so I don't know. I think we just have to adapt and do it all differently. Maybe I'm a weirdo. I don't know.
I mean, you are, and I absolutely worship at your feet. So,
I
like
feel
attracts
very
like.
lucky. Do you know what's funny? I ran into one of the participants from our last summit on the street in real time, like a real face. And it was such a treat, even with a mask on,
Yeah.
like to see people that I've seen on only virtual in real life. So I think it's adding a new to our lives. Like I have to look at it that way because we're going to be here for a little bit longer.
Yeah. So the virtual summit is 16 to 18 October. There may be some changes for Melbourne from the 18th and on.
Yeah.
So this, I hope, will be the perfect little bookend to the end of these the ways we are.
It's the outro to COVID.
Yeah. So when are you presenting at the summit?
I was on the Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
I believe in the afternoon, like late last in the afternoon. I have to confirm and check.
I don't think that's correct.
Well, it's possibly not.
Yeah. I think you're Sunday morning.
That's even better.
Yeah, we'll work it out. But if you want to know the actual details, go to the Virtual Pilates Summit page on the movementrefinery.com.au. There'll be a link.
Still I.
Yeah, we'll work it out because one of us is incorrect and it's probably me. But anyway.
Necessarily.
And
Fatigue.
it's a 2-hour workshop with Tan on Zoom.
And we will be moving, so be dressed in your lounge rooms to move.
Okay, and will people need...
If you've got just a mat, a ball, like a small ball, and if you've got a reformer, of course, have it there because I might use examples.
Yeah.
And if you've got it, you can use it. That would be great. Amazing.
There I go. I'm ready.
Mine's standing up in the corner over there. Yes. So, hello, come and use me.
Come and use me. Well, I'm about to use mine, so I'll bid you adieu.
Adieu.
See you at the summit, Tam.
Absolutely. Great to see you. Bye.